Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we'll be comparing Raphael brush with Bristol Kolinsky imitation brush. You can see that they both are of different sizes. One is number 6 and one is number 5. Raphael is 5 and Bristol is 6. But the bristles thickness, if you see, they are the same. So we'll be comparing these two brushes. And also I'll show you the other two brushes which have bristles of same thickness. One is the Royal Big Kids Choice brush. It is a synthetic brush. It's not an artist grade but made for big children. And one is the Camlin Artist brush of size 8. The Royal Nickel is of size 6. I'll show you the other brushes that I own of size 5 and 6. But when you compare the bristle thickness, they do not match each other. So I'll not be using these brushes to compare. We'll be comparing these 4 brushes. Let me show you how I have tested Camlin Artist series watercolor brushes. These are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12 size brushes. And today we'll be doing something similar to this. Also I have tested other brushes that I had, like something like this. And also this. This is a Kazan brush. It is a natural hair brush. This watercolor sheet is of 160 GSM and the masking tape that I am using is quite strong for this GSM paper or for this brand. Previously I have seen that this tape peels off the paper when I'm trying to remove it. I saw in one of the YouTube channel that they reduce the strength of the glue of this masking tape by sticking it to some other surface so that it will reduce the strength of the glue, and then you try to stick it on the paper. At this moment I really don't know whether it will work or not, but I just want to give it a try to see that. As far as I'm concerned, I'm really not a professional artist at all. I'm just watching some of the YouTube channels and want to pursue watercoloring as a hobby. I used to draw and color occasionally, but the lockdown has really made some time for me to pursue this as a hobby. I have divided the watercolor sheet into 4 equal parts, and I'm now writing the brush names that we are going to test. First is the Bristol, it's of size 6. Next is the Raphael, that is of size 5. Next is the Camlin Artist watercolor brush, that is 8, and Royal of size 6. Now I mix some colors to start the testing of the brushes. I have cleaned this Kolinsky brush and other brushes before testing them. I have dipped the Kolinsky brush into the blue pigment, and I noticed that the pigments are very less and the color is very watery. I go ahead and try the Raphael, and the Raphael did not seem to hold much of a water in this. I don't know whether the problem was the consistency of the color. So I tried with the red pigment for Bristol and Raphael, and I saw again the Raphael did not hold much water at all. I went ahead and tried with Camlin. Camlin seemed to hold some pigments, and Royal also seemed to hold some pigments. Now I thickened the blue pigment and again tested the Kolinsky and Raphael, Camlin and Royal brushes to check whether it was the consistency of the water that made the brushes behave like that. But even after adding more pigment, they behaved exactly the same way. They absorbed the same amount of water as they absorbed previously. Now the thing is, since the pigment is more, the color is more evident for you to see. I discarded all those mixture of colors and used Crimson from Camlin Artist watercolor. I like the vibrancy of this color. I just went ahead and did the same test on all the brushes with the crimson color. No matter what, whether the water is more or the pigment is more, the brushes almost behaved in a similar pattern. We can observe that Raphael absorbed the least amount of water from this test. Now let us try some thin strokes. This is the thinnest stroke what I am able to create from Bristol. Maybe a few artists can create much thinner strokes than this. I'm not sure about it, but the Bristol really performed very well and it was very smooth. Now trying the Raphael. I was really happy with the way Raphael behaved for the thin strokes. It was very nice to handle the Raphael brush as well. Now the Camlin. And the Royal. Bristol gave the thinnest strokes compared to other brushes. Now I'll be trying thin and thick strokes. That is, we have to slightly press the brush and take it off to create this effect that you're seeing on the screen. Even here, the Raphael brush performed really well. I just did not understand why the Raphael brush behaved the way that it behaved in the first test, like it did not absorb water very well. Here in this test, you can see that the Royal Langnickel is not absorbing the water. It's not able to make a complete line. Next was the wash. Even the wash was perfectly alright with Bristol, Raphael. Camlin, the camera angle was not proper, but Camlin was also good, as well as Royal. Now I'm just creating some pattern like a calligraphy kind of a thing with A and just a leaf pattern. Here I found that Bristol was good. Raphael did not perform that well. I have not captured the Camlin again. I'm really sorry for this, but the Camlin was alright in that. Now Royal. You can see me removing the masking tape now, but the test failed, unfortunately, because it has again peeled some of the pulp. Till now you saw me using a wet paint on a dry paper. Now I'm going to wet the paper and then put on wet colors on this paper. So this is actually called wet on wet technique, where we first wet the paper and then put colors on the wet paper. So I want to stress that this is a 160 GSM paper and it did not hold the water that well. Usually for wet and wet technique, the paper GSM is preferred to be 300, around 300 GSM. I'm trying it on 160 GSM. First I used the Bristol Kolinsky imitation, and now you see me using the Raphael brush. The performance of the Raphael compared to the Bristol is less, I have to say. Now I'm using the Camlin. With Camlin and Royal, what I found was they really held less amount of water. Even initially when I am rubbing only the water, when I'm giving a water wash to that paper, I had to go to the means I had to dip the brushes in the water many times compared to the Bristol and the Raphael brushes. And also when I'm taking the paint pigments for Camlin and the Royal, I had to go to the paint palette many times compared to the Bristol and the Raphael. Here you can also observe that the finishing effect that it has given is the Bristol has performed well. Second is the Raphael. Third seems to be Camlin, and fourth can be the Royal brush. Now I'm just painting a black color wash, plain wash, on the previous layer. The previous layer was quite dry. The Bristol also holds quite a lot of pigment. I did not go to the palette many times, and the feel that it gave was nice. Here I'm using the Raphael brush, doing the same thing. I'll do the same thing with the Camlin and also the Royal brush. What I'm doing now is that I'm not adding any water to the white pigment. I'm just straight away taking the white pigment from the palette and creating a moon and a star with the different brushes. What I did not notice here was this took a less amount of time for me, and by the time I came to paint the Royal the painting which I used, where I used Royal brush, the black color pigments had not dried, and you can see that the black came into the moon, and also since the previous layer was light, the moon is not visible at all. Then I splattered some white paint using different brushes, but after drying they were not visible at all. Anyway, I hope you like this testing of the brushes, and I like the Bristol Kolinsky. Thank you very much everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.